My name is Patrick. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Jackal Labs. And what we do is we build blockchain technology for data storage. It's a decentralized physical infrastructure network where we provide storage resources, and we have an ability to actually make an increased digital privacy and cybersecurity posture for users that they're self-custodial in the cloud. I'm really excited about interoperability. So blockchains are good at a lot of stuff, but they're not good at data storage. You can only fit so much data on chain directly. So what we like to do is we like to use interoperability protocols, plug into blockchains, give them data storage, and then it unlocks the ability for users to build web scale applications. Without interoperability, they're kind of like walled gardens where every blockchain has to have all the same apps as the other different blockchains because they can't talk to one another. So interoperability, there's like Hyperlane and IBC and a bunch of teams that are working on interoperability protocols so that blockchains can talk to each other, and we can do actions on behalf of users on other chains and share resources and deliver value to each other. Think about it this way, right? So if I'm a developer and I'm building on, let's say I'm building on Solana, right? And I want data storage, I would have two options. Option number one is I just have API spaghetti and centralize my storage for my application. Option number two is I leave Solana and have to go and build on a storage network. That's not great because if you leave, you lose your community and liquidity and all that different stuff. And if you stay, you don't have truly decentralized storage, for example, right? So in our case, we're able to deliver that value of storage cross-chain to Solana directly so they can access it on-chain and have that resource. So that's why interoperability is really important for us. I think without regulatory clarity, it's going to be really difficult for us. And so I'm a single issue voter. I run a crypto company. So I'm going to, if I was a US citizen, I'd be voting for whoever can actually provide regulatory clarity to our industry so we could actually grow, actually provide value, innovate, and we have this disruptive technology. I think it deserves to grow. I think it would drive us offshore if, I don't really know the policies from the two candidates. I'm Canadian. But depending on if there would not be a regulatory shift in crypto, it would drive a lot of the companies offshore and the value offshore, losing for the economy really of the United States or Canada. It's kind of the same situation, right? If it was pro-regulation and then we had a situation where they had a little bit more regulatory clarity for us, I think it would drive innovation and make it a lot easier for us to build companies, keep them onshore and deliver value for their country. I think that it's kind of shifting the way that we actually look at those two assets, specifically BTC and ETH. I also think that it opens the door for a lot more different baskets of currencies being able to be traded on through ETFs, right? So I could see very quickly a DPIN ETF coming up, a Solana ETF coming up. That's what I'm excited about, is actually having the ability for sovereign wealth funds and having the ability to access that capital that we haven't been able to access before to drive innovation in our industry. So that's what I'm excited about. I think that it drives less fear, right? So now that it's starting to be recognized by Wall Street, not just DeFi land and us, right? It gives us the ability that we can actually see that this is a real asset, it's here to stay, and now it's being added to different funds. So having that clarity, it makes developers and teams that are a little bit more risk off than people that are currently in the industry right now actually start to adopt this technology for different use cases, whether it's in-game economies for gaming, whether it's real world assets, whether it's just payments and microtransactions and things along those lines, or DPIN in our way where we can automate operational expenses and bootstrap CapEx, build these awesome things, jump moats really easily with this technology and provide value, right? So I'm excited about that being a defining moment for our ability to actually be recognized as an industry, and I think it's important for us. I don't work in payment space, so it's a little bit difficult for me, but I see crypto payments as really, really great. When you think about recently, a few weeks ago, I had to send a wire transfer. And that was pretty crazy because I come from the crypto industry. Our contractors are paid in USDC, right? And that's, I can send any amount of money anywhere in the world in 6 seconds for cents. Doesn't matter if it's $1 trillion, doesn't matter if it's $2, right? When I sent that wire, it cost me over $100 and it took 7 days to get there. That's pretty crazy. And I think that it's not really great for us to have, the faster we can have settlement, the more velocity of capital, the better our economics work in the global economy. And that's what I'm excited for, is actually kind of updating that system and actually having a lot less friction and a lot less sand in the engine when it comes to the global economy. Regulatory clarity. It comes down to regulation, right? We're driven offshore right now. It would be silly for, I think, any single protocol or team that has a token aspect to their protocol. They're all offshore right now. It's because our lawyers, they don't trust it, right? And our country is seen as a platform risk to our actual protocols, and investors, it's uninvestable for them. So I want to see the day where we have clarity and we can bring our companies back on shore and not have that leak of value for the Canadian economy. I think it's a disservice, really. Digital assets, I think RBC is doing good. One of my developers found that an Ethereum node popped up from the IP address of RBC, so it might be a little bit alpha there, which is exciting. I think that the banks are starting to open up to it with the ETFs starting now. I also think that the banks see this as a huge revenue stream for them, right? Think about 24-hour trading. Think about the markets never close, using blockchain technology, have settlement really quick, have transactions really quick. I truly believe that they're going to start opening up to it because there's too much money to be made in that space for them, if I'm being honest, yeah. I'm just really excited about where we're going, right? That we have this unique ability where blockchain technology, people talk about decentralization, people talk about self-custody and ownership and all these things. If you want to distill it down to what is the reason why you want to be on blockchain rails for something like this, is you have this extreme ability to bootstrap CapEx and automate OpEx. And you're able to really punch above your weight class with a very small team. And I think that's really special, where we're able to build a cloud environment with petabytes and petabytes of capacity. And we don't run any servers internally. So we have this unique ability to bootstrap really quickly, jump moats, and see if we can provide value on the other side. If you're technical, I would love for anyone to become a Jackal storage provider, provide infrastructure to the network. If you're more of a hobbyist, you want data storage, you want a secure cloud environment, you want privacy and self-custody and all those good things, that works too. So it's really, if you're looking for a safe place to put your data, a cheap place to put your data, we're the team for you.